We love a great FAFO moment, and I have another one for you. First, some background. 65% of the state of Alabama voted for Donald Trump. Alabama is in the top 10 poorest states in the United States related to federal poverty level. While many of these voters sit behind their computers and celebrate Elon Musk cutting waste, little did they know it was going to impact them. This week, over 250 residents in Huntsville, Alabama received a notice from their electric company that they were going to have to pay an additional $100 surcharge. The explanation for this was that Donald Trump's recent executive order ended a $1 million grant to the utilities company to help these customers pay for their electric bill. Leaders in Alabama are furious because they said this is counterintuitive to Donald Trump's promise to lower energy costs. Tots and pears.
Alabama residents are going to see a $100 increase in their utility bill directly because of Donald Trump's policies. But the best part, the utility company is sending them letters letting them know it's Donald Trump's fault. Now, this is in Huntsville, Alabama, and Huntsville Utilities sent a letter to some of its customers letting them know this. You could pause if you need to, but they are going to receive a $100 increase because the grant that reduced their bill by $100 is being rescinded by Donald Trump. Yeah, they're letting them know this is Donald Trump's fault. We're not taking the hit for this. Now, Donald Trump promised people that he would cut utility bills in half in the first 12 months. And instead, these people in Huntsville, Alabama, a deep red state, are going to see it increase by $100. The worst part, these are the poorest among us. These are people that desperately need this, so they don't have to make a decision between lights or food. And Donald Trump is taking that away. The man who campaigned on lowering costs are making them go up. And now people know, beyond a shadow of doubt, it's his.
Welcome back to Liquor Steak. Today we are going to Alabama. Something unexpected is happening right now. Some of the most loyal Trump supporters are now speaking out. People who voted with confidence, who believed in economic strength, are now facing a different reality. Wow. How? Raising prices, job pressure, local business feeling the heat. So the question is, what changed? Let's talk about it.
I just need someone to explain something to me. I live in Alabama, and my utility bill usually averages between $200 to $250 a month. Can someone please explain to me how my utility bill went from $250 a month to $696?
Girl, did you say Alabama? You know exactly why your electricity bill is going up. Did you get this letter in the mail by chance? Yeah, it was sent to the residents of Huntsville, Alabama. It says that your electricity bill was going up because of Donald Trump. It has his name actually right here. Particular, you know what I mean? It said, hey, he ended through executive orders some federal grants that were lowering your electric bill. This is the best round of FAFO, and I wasn't going to ream you too hard, but then I went and saw your repost. You posted a lot of stuff from Little Human Being guy, you know, Charlie Kirk, a lot of Daily Wire stuff, a lot of Donald Trump thirst traps, if you will. It said, oh, I know exactly who you voted for. You're the perfect candidate for this video. This is a result of what you voted for, honey. This is a thoughts and terrorist, tater tots and chairs kind of moment. I just want you to enjoy and soak that all in. Take it all in. This is what you voted for. Anyways, my name is Mercedes Chandler. Give me a follow or you won't see my face again. Thank you. Goodbye. And FAFO.
Okay, so update on the Alabama Power stuff. I absolutely wholeheartedly believe that Alabama Power residents who are budget billing are getting screwed over the hardest. It's just a little hunch I'm having based off of what y'all are telling me and what the numbers are showing that you're sending me. So, anyone that's done budget billing anywhere, I need Alabama Power, but also being able to compare this to other power companies in other states whose utilities are not for profit and paid off with the Alabama Public Service Commission, where they sit in a private room and they circle jerk each other to give each other raises. That's literally what happens. I need to know budget billing before, during, and after, and what your rates were, because it should say all that on the bill where it's kilowatts per hour, and okay, because I've had people sending me January, like April, May, July, August, and like October, and then yeah, you know, so, like winter, spring, fall, summer. The kilowatt usage versus what budget billing is getting billed versus what they were, like what you said, what they were getting billed before to what we need all the data. Because like, how are we not going to get a lawsuit at this point? And I'm going to tag this woman. I followed her. If you see this, ma'am, please follow me back, because you're talking about turning off your meter. And if you'll see this playlist, I need videos like that. I'm reaching out. These people have reached out to me. I've reached out to them. We're like, we're going to do this, Alabama. Everyone's like, nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. I'll be damned at this point. They done made me so mad. And just like Tariq from Abbott Elementary, I could be real annoying when I put my mind to it. They're stealing from us.
Breaking news, a new poll released out of Alabama today shows that 100% of MAGA voters support Donald Trump's initiative to remove DEI from the government. When asked what DEI was, though, however, 75% of them said that is where black people and gays in dresses get jobs over white people. When explained that that was not exactly what DEI was, that it was actually a service in which it could help handicapped people who needed certain kinds of accessory tools. Maybe if they're deaf, they might need an interpreter. They then said, oh, you mean the broken people? We should get rid of them too.
I need all Alabama Trump supporters to report here. I need you to come here, particularly the poor ones. Because right now, your president's budget proposal has already passed through the House of Representatives. So now it's going to go to the Senate, and it's likely going to pass because the Senate is also being controlled by the Republicans you voted for. Okay. And what this budget proposal is wanting is to cut Medicaid, cut food stamps, and give all that money to the ultra rich. So the people who are already rich, they're about to get more money from these tax cuts that they're getting from you, a poor person. So the poor person who needs help to pay for food and health care, you're now probably not going to get it or get as much as you need because that money is being rerouted to rich people. And I just need to know, did you not know this is going to happen? You didn't know that Trump was advocating for rich people and not poor people like you? I'm just wondering, because almost 16% of Alabamians live in poverty. And that's considered the national threshold of poverty. There's a lot of y'all who are really poor. It's a lot of y'all. A little over 1 million Alabamians are on Medicare. That's a fifth of the people in the state of Alabama. Alabama is already one of the poorest states in the country, and it's about to get poorer because of these cuts that are about to happen. Now, for the people who voted for Trump and who are not poor, I hope that you are okay and prepared for the poor people who live in your neighboring communities, the poor people who are maybe relatives in your family, to come knocking on your door when they need housing, when they need help paying for their medical visits, when they need something to eat. I hope that you all are willing to give those people some of your money, since you voted for a man who is going to take some of those resources away. It is always said that poor white people will always vote against their interests in the name of racism. And that is exactly what has happened. Donald Trump is probably one of the most racist presidents in modern history. And he has galvanized support from white supremacists all over the country, specifically in Alabama, where white supremacy was born. And people support him because of that, and not because of their own personal interests. So, Trump supporters, let me know what's up. You know, what you plan on doing? When your Medicaid is shut off and your food stamps are gone, you know, what you gonna say to your boy? How you gonna let Trump know what's up?
In this video, we are looking at what's happening in Alabama, one of the strongest Republican states in America. Many voters, they are strongly supported Donald Trump and believed his economic policies would protect job and lower cost. But now, some residents say they are feeling pressure instead of relief. We are hearing concern about raising living costs, economy concerning shift in local job market, small business struggling with new financial realities. For years, many believed that strong leadership would automatically mean a strong economy, but economics policy can have a complex effect, especially at the local level. The important thing here is not about attacking anyone. It is understanding how national policy impact everyone who live in that country. Because when grocery bills rise, when small town factory feel pressure, when families begin to question their expectations, that's when political loyalty meet the real life economics. So, and the conversation matter. So I still have another clips. Let's watch them. I come back with comments.
If you voted for Trump because of his economic policy and because you can't afford groceries and you can't afford to buy a house and you think that now you can buy a house, I honestly need you to listen to this, and I need you to know how incredibly wrong you are and how much your education system has let you down. Because I knew that he got in because of lack of education, but seeing comments and TikToks today from MAGA saying that you guys are so excited that now you can buy a house that was previously $600,000 and now finally it'll be $200,000 again, or groceries will be back to what they were. A day Trump gets in, he'll flick a switch. I need you to understand that it's not your fault that you don't understand this, but there is no way he's going to fix your financial situation. And there are so many reasons. And I thought it was just that you guys didn't understand tariffs and how they would affect the general economy, but the national economy. But you have to understand, right, that the president doesn't choose the price of gas. He doesn't choose the price of housing. Unless there was some legislation put in force to force people, like a 2-bedroom house is worth this, which feels like it's leaning more towards communism, and you guys hate communism apparently. Donald Trump doesn't decide the price of your houses, the market does. People are saying, well, I'm so glad that under Biden houses went up so much, and like it just isn't worth it. The price of a house is what the market demands. Like the price of a house, the worth of a house is how much someone is willing to pay. And people that bought their houses for $500,000 and it's worth $550,000 now, do you think they're going to take $200,000 for their house unless there is a financial crash? Like, I'm trying not to get condescending. I'm genuinely worried for you guys, like, because a lot of Trump supporters are the low to middle class people, and they haven't even read Trump's tax plan. Your taxes are going to increase. Your costs are going to increase. People are losing their Christmas bonuses because companies have to buy bulk goods now before these tariffs come into place, because tariffs, as everyone has been saying, as all the economists, as anyone who understands basic economics has been saying, is that tariffs only cause inflation, and you're seeing it already. And it's actually so worrying. I think they actually think that Trump can just say a house is $200,000. If you made everyone in your area, which is probably a MAGA area, if you made everyone sell their house for less than half of what they bought it, that would be mass outrage, but also that would cause an economic crash. It's not realistic. Like, they're literally going, my boyfriend told me that we can finally afford to have a wedding. I'm so excited, finally. Like, I didn't realize how, I'm trying to find a word, how Unaware, how unaware you guys are. And like I said, if there was a basic education system in the United States, you would not have voted for Trump. And it's actually really sad because your lives are going to be ruined. You are going to have less welfare. You are going to have less support from your government. You're going to have increased taxes. Goods are going to increase in price. You aren't going to buy a house, babe. You aren't going to buy a house. You're going to be downsizing to survive. He can't just make gas less. I thought it was like they thought they were under the illusion that like policy affects them. I think they think the president chooses the price of things. It's the like forget about the human rights element. You guys have no idea about not even the economy, about how supply and demand works. They think the president chooses the price of gas and housing. They think the day he's sworn in again, finally we can put a deposit in on a $200,000 house. There's not going to be a house, babe. You're not going to have any food to eat. You're not going to have a job. There are going to be redundancies. You all work in... He also hates unions, by the way. So your unions can't help you if he gets rid of unions. But you all work in industries that are going to be affected by these tariffs the most. Not only is the cost of living going to go up, but you're going to lose your jobs. It's already happening.
This situation in Alabama shows us something powerful. Politics is not about relying on speeches. It is about real people, real family, real consequence. What do you think? There are any option to reduce that pressure on the economy in America, or there is something bigger is going to happen in the future? Please comment below. Let's talk about it. Remember that this is Rika's Take, where we don't just watch headline, we break them down. See you in the next one. I love you guys.